Calistus sat before the priest. Without any warning, the priest shouted, startling Calistus. Then he jumped up. Calistus quickly backed away to a far corner and watched. The priest was holding a little staff in his hand. He started spinning around the office like he was drunk in the spirit. "Jah, King of Kings! Jah, Lord of Lords!" he shouted. He moved like someone who was drunk. He moved like someone who was high like a kite. Then he stopped. He looked at Calistus with wide eyes. "What did you say you want again?" the priest shouted. Calistus was already used to the priest's drama. He cleared his throat. "Thank you, Your Grace," Calistus said. "I came here for help. I have money. I have cars. I have houses. I have businesses. I even have fame. Through your help, I acquired them all. But I do not have a wife. Every lady I date only wants my money. When I give them money, they leave me. Please help me. I am not getting younger. I want a wife who loves me, not my money." "Jah, King of Kings," the priest shouted again. He began spinning again and shouting. Then he stopped. "My child, I see a crowd of people," the priest said. Calistus looked at him quickly. "Are they ladies, Your Grace?" he asked. The priest did not answer. He spun again and stopped. "I see a crowd in a market. They are looking at you," the priest said. Then he pointed his finger at Calistus. "Go to the market every day. Stand on your head for 30 minutes. The Lord said if you want a wife, you must do this." "What?" Calistus shouted. He thought his ears were malfunctioning. "I don't understand, Your Grace. How can I stand on my head? I will fall." "My son, this is what the Lord has said. Go and do it," the priest shouted. "Many people will look at you. Many will stay far away. Some ladies will laugh at you. Some ladies you dated before will even mock you. But keep doing it. One day, a kind girl will come. She will beg you, 'Please stand on your feet.' That girl is the one you will marry." Calistus blinked many times. His mouth was open. His heart was confused. But he nodded slowly. "Yes, Your Grace," he bowed softly. The next morning, Calistus woke up very early. He was not happy. He was not smiling. He kept shaking his head in bewilderment as he polished his shoe. "How will I stand on my head?" he asked himself. But he remembered the priest's words. Dressing up, he paused, regarded his expensive suit in the mirror, nodded his approval and went to his big Jeep. His driver opened the door. He stepped in and the car skidded out of his big mansion. It went past beautiful buildings and raced towards the market. When he reached the market, people were busy. Some were selling tomatoes. Some were selling pepper. Some were shouting prices. Some were arguing. Calistus stood in the middle of the market. He surveyed the market carefully. Satisfied with the spot he was standing in, he took a deep, slow breath and exhale. "Okay, let me try," he said. He squat slowly. He put his hand on the ground. He tried to lift his legs. Boom! He fell down with a thud in a cloud of dust. People looked at him. One woman selling fish pointed at him and laughed. "Ah! Rich man wants to do acrobatics," she shouted. Another man selling hand fans said, "Look at him. Money has finished. He has gone mad," and he burst into laughter. Calistus felt ashamed. His face was hot. But he remembered the priest's words. "Keep doing it. One day a kind girl will come." So Calistus tried again. He put his hands on the ground. He lifted one leg, then the other leg, and finally, he balanced on his head. People stopped and stared. Some took out their phones and recorded him. Some laughed loudly. But Calistus stayed upside down. His head was hurting. His neck was shaking. But he counted in his mind, 1, 2, 3. The 30 minutes felt like 30 hours. When he finally came down, his head was spinning. His clothes were dusty. His head was full of sand. He stood up and wiped his face. The market people still laughed. Some shook their heads. Some whispered, "This man is not normal." Calistus walked home slowly. His legs were weak. His heart was sad. But he said to himself softly, "I will come back tomorrow. I must obey if I want a wife." And so the strange ritual had begun. The next day, Calistus, now dressed in a blue suit, returned to the market. His neck still hurt. His head still pained him. But he walked bravely. When he reached the same spot, people noticed him at once. "Ah, he has come again," a boy eating grapes shouted. The meat seller pointed towards him with a serious look on his face. "Mr. Upside Down is back." But Calistus did not answer anyone. He just bent down, placed his hands on the ground, and tried to stand on his head again. He lifted one leg, then the other, then balanced. The crowd came close. Some clapped. Some mocked him. Some recorded him again. A woman selling okra shook her head. "Fine man like this, see what he is doing." Another woman whispered, "Maybe one witch doctor told him this nonsense." Calistus stayed upside down. His whole body trembled. His face felt hot like fire. But he kept counting. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20. He wanted to stop, but he remembered the priest's words. "One day, a kind girl will tell you to stand on your feet. She is the one." So he endured the pain. After 30 long minutes, Calistus came down again. He wiped his sweaty face. His legs felt like cooked noodles. As he walked away, 2 girls who once dated him passed by. They both laughed loudly. "See Calistus, rich man of the year. See his new job, standing on his head." The other girl pretended to wipe tears. "My heart is broken. My fine billionaire has turned to a circus clown." They laughed and kept walking. Calistus felt the pain hit his chest. But he did not say anything. He just kept walking till he got to his car. "Take me to my church," he ordered his driver, who obeyed immediately. Getting to his church, he stormed into the office. The priest was there spinning around the office in his usual style. "Jah, King of Kings," he shouted repeatedly. Then he stopped, looked around the office until his eyes rested on Calistus. "What brings you here?" he demanded. "Your Grace, I have done what you commanded." "Your Grace, this idea of standing on my head at the market square is giving me serious headaches, and the embarrassment that comes with it is unbearable for me. I don't think I can continue." "Jah, King of Kings," the priest shouted. "My son, you must not give up. You must have faith in the Lord. You must not be discouraged by what the people are saying to you. This is a golden opportunity for you, my son. Take it by fire, by force. Go now, my son, and stop complaining." The priest started spinning again, leaving Calistus with his thoughts. Calistus looked up and down the office, shook his head, and walked out. Calistus went to the market again. When he reached his usual spot, some people were already waiting to watch him. "There he is," the woman selling okra shouted. "Upside Down man has come. Let the show start." Calistus ignored. He bent down slowly, put his hands on the ground, and lifted himself up. Today, his body shook more than usual. His arms felt weak. His head felt heavy. But he stayed upside down. Calistus closed his eyes. He tried to block the noise. He tried to keep praying in his heart. "Lord, please, let today be the day." Minutes passed. Then, something different happened. A soft voice said, "Excuse me, please, can you come down? You are hurting yourself." Calistus opened his eyes. The voice was gentle. The voice was kind. But he could not see the person because he was upside down. The voice spoke again, a little worried. "Please, come down. You will fall. Please." Calistus came down slowly from his headstand. His neck hurt. His head was spinning. But he remembered the priest's words. "One day, a kind girl will tell you to stand on your feet." So he looked up, expecting to see a beautiful young lady. But what he saw shocked him. Standing in front of him was an old woman. Very old. Her face had deep lines. Calistus blinked many times. "This must be a mistake," he thought. "How can this be the girl I will marry? Am I supposed to marry an old woman?" Calistus stepped back a little without meaning to. He even frowned. The old woman noticed and smiled sadly. "My son," she said softly, "why are you running away from me? I only want to help." Calistus felt confused. His mind was shouting. This is not what the priest meant. This is not a young lady. What is happening? But the old woman moved closer. "My child," she said again, "you will break your head one day doing this thing." Her voice was soft like warm bread. Her eyes were gentle. She spoke like a mother. Slowly, Calistus began to calm down. He stopped frowning. He gently held her hand. He even looked at her properly. The more she spoke, the more his fear faded. Her words felt comforting. "My son," she said, "why are you standing on your head? Tell me the truth." Calistus sighed. "I am looking for a wife," he said quietly. "I want a good woman who loves me for me, not for my money. So my pastor commanded me to stand on my head. He told me it will help me find what I am looking for." The old woman nodded slowly, as if she understood everything. "My son," she said kindly, "a good woman does not chase money. A good woman chases heart." She touched his hand gently. Calistus stood in front of the old woman. He felt hope. He felt confused. He felt shy, but he trusted her gentle smile. He was about to thank her when something strange happened. The old woman suddenly reached inside her wrapper. Calistus watched her hands carefully. What is she bringing out, he wondered. Then she pulled out something tiny and shiny. The object seemed to be growing long as she pulled it out. A wand. A real long wand. Before Calistus could say, "Jack Robinson," the old woman pointed the wand at him. "Wait, Mama, what are you?" "Dash!" the old woman screamed. A bright flash hit Calistus' chest and covered his whole body. The ground shook. There was a spark like thunder. And when the light disappeared, Calistus was no longer Calistus. He looked down at his hands. They were wrinkled, dry, old. He touched his face. His cheeks were sagging. His beard was gray. His back was bent. Calistus had turned into an ugly old man. The whole market erupted. People began to run out of the market screaming and shouting in fear. Calistus looked at himself and moaned. "What have you done to me?" The old woman did not panic. She only nodded gently with a smile. "My son," she said, "you said you want a woman who loves you for you, not your money, not your fine face. Perhaps this will help you better than standing on your head." Calistus shook his head fast. "No, no, no. Mama, please," he cried. "I don't want this. Please change me back. Please." But the old woman lifted her head calmly. "You will change back," she said, "when you find the special woman who will kiss you on your forehead." Calistus froze. "Kay, kiss me? Like this? In this old body?" he shouted. The old woman smiled softly. "Yes, my son. Only love can see your real heart." Calistus shook his head. "No. Mama, please. Don't go. Change me back. I don't want." But before he could finish, thick smoke appeared and the old woman vanished. Calistus stood alone in the middle of the market, old, wrinkled, and confused. He held his head. "Oh Lord, what will I do now?" he whispered. By the time he had managed to pull himself together, he turned around. He realized he was now the only one standing in the market square. Everybody had faded out of the market, leaving goods, food items, and even their monies behind. Calistus fell on his knees and wailed. "Even my driver would not recognize me." He shouted. He raised his hands and cried, "God, please help me. I don't want to be old. I am comfortable with the prophet's command, which is to stand on my head and find my wife. In fact, standing on my head is my hobby." He sobbed. "How will a young woman love me seeing that I am old enough to be her grandfather? How will she kiss an old, ugly, elderly man like myself? A beast like mine?" Calistus broke off. A cold chill crawled up his spine as he realized what he now was. A beast just like in the movies, searching for a girl who genuinely loves him. A kind sweetheart who would kiss him and reverse his curse. Calistus tried to say something, then stopped. He discovered he was kneeling in his own pool of sweat. To be continued.